So, here we are, gracefully entering the recording phase of our game. Today, Fantasy Flight Games Star Wars Age of Rebellion. And if you stay tuned after this broadcast, you'll have an opportunity to win signed copies of Edge of the Empire and a signed copy of Age of Rebellion. Right? Fantastic, heavy, thick books filled with Star Wars goodness. Today we'll be running a short session as a demonstration game based on Age of Rebellion. We have a crew of starfighter pilots, and we have a crew of rebel agents. If you follow along behind me, in this star system, which is notable for its large asteroid field. Now, we've done the first half of this session already. The starfighters have made their way through the asteroid field, and although they were hoping for a stealthy arrival on what is basically a space dock for the construction of Star Destroyers, they were intercepted by TIE fighters, making short work of them and allowing their shuttlecraft filled with rebel agents to make a landing on the asteroid section of this base. While the shuttle was making its descent, the starfighters tried to take out the turrets and were mostly successful, preventing the launch of more TIE fighters. But as we closed out the previous session, they realized that from the lower bay doors, interceptors were about to be launched. At this point, the rebel commandos make their way into the base, beginning the first stage of their mission. Now, the rebel commandos are up on the top in this building, and will need to make their way down into the body of the asteroid, disabling the launch facilities here, and then making their way into an interior facility, and they have no plans about the route where they need to deal with some Imperial scientists. By deal with, I mean extract safely from here and make their escape. All right, a quick introduction of the characters who are involved, please.
Okay, well, I guess I'll start. I'm playing two characters today. One is Zach Pack, an ace gunner, and the other character is Torch Decker, a commando.
Torch Decker? Did you just combine names of, like, household equipment?
Whatever.
Torch. Black and Decker. I'm playing Jace Jin as a pilot, and also playing a soldier medic called Victor Kretsch, UK.
All right. I'm playing, my pilot is Caden Maddock. He's a Duros ace pilot. And my other character is Jarek Zet. He's a human engineer saboteur.
But you say human?
Yeah, he's a human.
Okay.
I'm playing Emba Undu, who is a Celestin ace gunner. I'm also playing Bev, who is a human soldier commando.
And I am playing Taryn Zand, who is my ace starfighter pilot, and my soldier is Rafe Faden, who is a slicer.
All right. Now, with you are 10 support soldiers ready to do your bidding, lay down their lives for you, and accomplish the mission. To handle the destiny pool, we'll just get some of these dice out of the way. And so the first rolls. Look down here on the desk. There we go. So for see it? Lawrence, we have 1 dark.
Okay.
And then rolling for Laura, we have 2 light. And then rolling for Jay, we have 2 light. And rolling for David, we have 2 light. And rolling for Paul, we have 1 dark. Okay, so our destiny pool is 6 light, 2 dark.
It's going to be a good day, guys.
Yeah.
Hey, only 2 of us are going to die.
Now, we're continuing on with the same mission as before, meaning that we'll continue on with the same duty mechanic that we had before, still triggered. And 1 short session into this short session.
Is that mine?
That was yours. So you have 2 stress, and everyone else has 1. Okay. Now you can maybe just barely see, get just a little closer, my beautiful rendition of a Star Destroyer being constructed. And here we have the captured Lambda shuttle making its descent down onto the pretty much wrecked landing structure. Now, no more TIE fighters or other ships will be making their way out of that zone. So it's temporarily, at least, your safe zone. All other fighter launches will be from underneath the asteroid, which is slowly rotating. All right. The commando crew is ready to disembark and make their way into the asteroid, and the starfighter crew have just taken out the last turret on the top of the asteroid overlooking the landing bay. I can't point at anything. Right there. They've just taken that out. Okay.
In right now?
So we'll begin with the commandos making their way into the base.
Oh, I'm
All right.
Okay.
I guess I'll head out first, make sure that the area is secure.
Let's secure that area. Go ahead. You get shot. I'm right here for you.
Okay. It's a 30-meter dash from the exit of the shuttle to the personnel doors. You know from intel that this is just basically the top part of an elevator shaft. Due to the attack, which has been going on for a few minutes, it's very likely closed against intrusion.
So I guess me and the slicer will be heading towards those doors.
I'll follow you in.
Other points of access into the facility are the wrecked hangar here,
Right.
which
Okay.
the starfighters had managed to bring the door assembly down, meaning no ships could fly out, but still human-sized individuals can make their way in if you wanted to.
We have 10 other soldiers with us, yeah?
Correct.
Can we not just use those 10 soldiers with us as well to give them cover while he slices the door?
Certainly. It's up to you.
Yeah, let's do that. So we'll just take cover and Paul slice the door.
Come on, we actually physically are the targets while Paul gets the door sliced.
All right.
That way Paul doesn't get shot. At least not yet.
Not yet, anyway. Once I open the door, then I can get shot.
Yeah, we just need to open the door.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a pilot on this, right?
Pardon me?
Is there a pilot still on the Lambda shuttle? Or is
Correct.
Part of the actual. So he's just going to sit there by himself?
What would you like him to do?
I just don't
There
want
are
him to die. I just don't want him to die or leave.
Well, hopefully the other fighters will provide cover.
Yeah.
Okay.
We should also consider leaving some of the soldiers that we brought along here to guard
maybe
our
two
escape
to-
route.
Yeah, leave two behind.
Leave two by the door, yeah.
Well,
Good
let's
idea.
see if we can get in this way first, and then we can leave, guys.
All right.
All right, so you get up to the door assembly. Has a panel that needs to be popped open, and then you can fit your equipment in to begin your attempt to take control of the door.
Awesome.
So, for this check, what is your pool? As I will have to do your dice rolling for you.
This would be a computers check, I assume.
Sure.
Then I have two yellow and one green.
Okay. Versus the door's difficulty.
And I can. I don't know if you're going to be adding any setback die, but I have bypass security, which removes setback die. So
Okay. Well, I
maybe don't even add.
I was going to add 2. Now I'll just add 1.
Okay.
And I will spend a dark side destiny point, putting another light side point into your pool and upgrading this difficulty, which was a challenging difficulty, upgrading it by 1, giving us a die pool that looks like this. Okay, 1 green, 2 yellow, 3 purple, 1 red, 1 black. Okay. So 2 proficiency dice, 1 skill die, 1 setback die, 3 difficulty dice, and 1 challenge die. And without spilling any on the floor, this is what we have. Blank, 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 blank. 4 threats, 2 successes.
Oh, yay.
Okay,
Three
abort the
zero.
mission, everybody. Abort the mission.
Quick, back to the shuttle.
So you are able to get the door open. It opens in a reasonable amount of time. But of course, alarms are going off and you can see and hear them inside the elevator shaft.
Can you try and turn
so
off
much
the
for
alarms,
stealth.
Paul?
I will try to disable the alarms if possible.
How much time would you like to devote to that activity?
They know we're here. Is there a point?
That's true.
Yeah, but they may not know. Well, I guess they can now. Like,
Your
not-
choice.
So we can see enemies already in the elevator shaft, right?
The elevator shaft is empty, but now the doors are beginning to close.
All right, let's just
Well,
get in.
Let's go inside real quick. Leave 2 by the door.
2 by the two near the shuttle. Your escape, and then the rest of us are in.
Okay. In the elevator shaft, descending. According to your intelligence, you need to go to the 2nd level, not because that's where your objective is, but because that's where multiple points of access to your objective can be found. So if you get pinned down, you might be able to escape. As the elevator doors open on the 2nd level, you are greeted by smoke and heavy blaster fire as the Stormtroopers lined up down the hallway welcome you to the establishment.
Anybody got a grenade?
I do.
I was just thinking that. We have a stun grenade?
I
or
like
just
to
a-
blow things up. I'll throw a stun grenade
Yes.
at them in the direction of their blaster fire.
All right, just to keep things simple, our grenade thrower, if you could give me your cool, please.
Oh, I have no cool. So it's just 2 group dice. Just
So
2
I
green.
will, I'll take the opportunity to fire at you a few times with the Stormtroopers first. Just 2 green. Okay, we'll roll the green, and they show up against the Stormtroopers. All right. So your 2 green result in 2 successes, 2 advantages. And the Stormtroopers wind up with 1 success, 3 advantages.
Ooh,
you
I
guys
get
are
to go
going-
first.
You guys are going first.
Darn.
All right. So throwing a grenade. Nice. So this falls under your athletics.
Oh, I thought it was range light.
Range light is fine. Yep.
Okay. So that would be 2 yellow and a green.
Please don't drop it at her feet.
Well, it's a stun grenade, so it'll be okay.
Yes.
Okay. They have some cover. I'll be adding setback die. Difficulty is standard. You're just throwing a small object down the hallway. How hard can it be?
How hard can it be?
Famous last words.
Anything that you would like to contribute to this role?
Do you have the strong arm so you can throw it past the barriers?
No, I don't have strong arm. No, I don't at all. I've done this a million times before.
All right then. Our roll turns out with. Can you see that?
No.
A little bit lower down, yeah.
Yeah.
You see it now?
I just see one big fat failure.
Okay. Well, there's 3 failures,
Ah,
Yeah.
3 advantages, and 1 success, leaving us with 2 failures.
Well, at least it's a stun grade.
At least it's a stun grenade. Yes. So how does this
Where
failure
does Dave
take
throw
are
it?
easily shot.
How does this failure take place? Just for fun, we'll do the scatter diagram. You had lots of advantages, so it scatters toward them. Going too far down the hallway, erupting at the end. If you got any, you're not sure.
Okay.
Way better than
Will return fire, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll take cover and return fire.
Take cover,
Yeah, with
return
my-
fire is a fabulous idea.
Yeah, with my maneuver, to complete my turn, with my maneuver, take cover.
All right then. So, firing back against cover. Against cover, we see 2 successes, 1 and 1 threat. Okay, firing on the grenade thrower who's ducking for cover. Tags him with 2 successes.
All right.
So that potentially inflicts 6 points of damage, modified by soak.
All right. So my soak is 5, so I take 1 wound.
All right. And then the next group down the other side of the hallway opens up, similar conditions. Whoa. 2 successes, 1 success, 1 success. No threats or failures. Targeting fellow with the slicer gear.
Oh.
all right.
That's 5 points incoming, less soak.
Then I soak it all. Or we'll just say he missed.
That is correct.
Actually,
Alright.
Slicer, is there like a panel anywhere nearby that maybe Slicer gives damage?
Jay, you're breaking up.
Oh, sorry. I was saying, is there like a panel nearby where the Slicer maybe can get access to like close a door or to cut these guys off from us?
That would just be the elevator door.
We need to be on this level anyway.
Yeah.
So
like,
can I take my shot?
Do it.
Okay, so I'll be firing my light blaster, and I have 2 yellow and 1 green in it.
Mm-hmm.
Are we in short range?
You are in short range.
Okay,
And-
so I'll do +1 damage if I hit. Anyway,
Okay, nice.
let's see what happens.
All right. So the die pool looks like this. Is that visible?
Yes.
Yep.
All right. And the results. We wind up with, sorry to say, 4 failures, 2 successes, 3 advantages, which shakes out to 2 failures.
I'll be passing the advantages off to the next person who takes an action.
I'll take a shot next.
Wicked.
I'm 3 yellow for my light blaster,
Okay.
and I
And then
do
we
the same. Add 1 damage for
In
range light.
short range. Okay.
And then we have 2 boost dice, right? For the event.
And you passed on 2 boost dice, so the pool now looks like this. As the Stormtroopers are reacting
Can't see it.
to... Can you see it now?
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah.
As the Stormtroopers are reacting to the volley of fire from the elevator, you're starting to convince some of them to forsake some of their cover. And we end up with 3 threats, 1 success and 1 failure, and 8 advantages,
Oh my goodness.
Oh my god.
but no hits.
And
So
All
the
right.
8 advantages become 5 advantages after the threats are removed. So 5 advantages can be passed on, strength can be
Yeah.
reduced, or the usual stuff.
Can we,
whoever's
like,
next.
I'm just curious, like, can we see what we can access? Like, what if we close the elevator doors and then cut the oxygen level? Or, like basically just kill all the air in the level? Wouldn't that kill them? And we could later.
I don't know if the oxygen control tank is in the elevator.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, I like your thinking, and we'll look around, but I just don't think there's too many panels in an elevator that affect the rest of the base.
Even if we could just cut the lights and then stealth in behind them, that'd be great.
But we're coming off 5 advantages. Do you want the next shot or me?
You can have it. I'm not gonna do much damage.
Then I will shoot with my blaster pistol at the
Yes.
nearest visible store. A green plus whatever boosts I get.
Okay, I missed what your pool was. You were breaking up.
It is 2 yellows, 1 green.
2 yellow, 1 green. Okay. And you're taking the 5 advantages
I'll take
Okay.
5 advantages, yes.
versus their cover. All right. That's a pretty obnoxious pool. Good luck to you, sir. Startling results.
Oh no, come on.
This has to be shown to be believed.
All blanks.
Oh my goodness.
Jeez.
2 threats, 7 advantages, and no successes.
I will pass.
But there is, however, 1 failure.
I will pass all of those advantages to the next man up.
That's 4.
Jay, are you shooting?
Yeah. Yeah.
We're not very good shots, apparently.
Clearly.
I was trying to think of anything else we could do other than shoot, because shooting's not getting done. But yeah, let's do this. I got a gun. Let's just fire blindly down the hall.
Not blindly.
No, no. I
What's your pool?
I'm 3 and so super efficiency 3. I'm wondering.
Okay. All right, then. Well, first off the bat, we get a triumph.
Yay!
You see it?
Give up.
So that's 3 successes, 2 failures, 4 successes. Okay. Let me cut things out of here. So the 3 threats cancel the 3 advantages. The 2 failures take be 2 separate successes, and that leaves us with a triumph, its success, an additional success, and 1 advantage.
Can't see it.
Oh, sorry.
I can see the triumphs now. I don't know about you guys, but
No.
Well, it's underneath because of all our pictures.
Oh, I see. Well,
yeah, that's better. Wait, too far. There you go. Stop right there. Yes, excellent.
okay. And this is what was removed.
Whoa.
Okay.
Okay,
So, 2 successes, an advantage, and a triumph.
so my damage is a 5.
Yep.
It's 6 damage. I don't even know how to spin the triumph.
Turn the tide of battle.
Yeah.
I don't know how this battle's tide can be turned more. I might be able to spin it on like stunning someone or taking away a turn so you don't get shot.
The stun grenade rolls back into the crowd.
Remember how you didn't stun anyone? Psych.
It was still bouncing around.
What if the cutoff to the oxygen supply for this area is actually in
Oh my God,
something
that
that
would be-
called
that would be
reach?
fantastic. What if the
That
cutoff?
would be great. Let's do that.
Actually, that would be very triumphant.
All right. So you blast the Stormtrooper, and the bolt itself just grazes over his shoulder, hitting the panel behind him, and causing a massive vent of steam, and the lights are flickering, giving him an opportunity to turn the tide of battle, for sure.
Nice shot.
So this is just, Anthony, this is just a long hallway?
Just a long hallway with
Is there-
doors that the Stormtroopers themselves are crouched in.
Oh, okay.
We have 8 meeps. We have 8 minions that should fire.
True enough. The elevator door is only so big, though.
Can we just eliminate one at a time and see how it works out?
Now, tactically speaking, you know that pretty soon they're going to rush forward and do something horribly violent, possibly replying with grenades or some other kind of ordnance. You've got to get out of the elevator or take the elevator somewhere else.
In our briefing, was there another access point to our objective on another level?
From the bottom, you can go all the way to the bottom, try and fight your way up, but you'd be going through the dormitories.
How many Stormtroopers are we fighting right now? I didn't catch that.
You can see at least 6 in the hallway. There have to be more. At the
Now
end
that
of the
they're
hallway,
just-
it branches into an intersection.
So we just need to advance forward. Like we're gonna have to move forward and establish like the beachhead. Like someone's gonna get killed. Let's just go forward.
Wait, isn't it Dave's turn first?
Yeah. What was
So
first?
Dave, throw another stun grenade first before we move out.
Okay, so I should have a clear line of sight, right?
Yeah, it's a long hallway filled with stormtroopers.
Okay.
Actually,
Did
So-
Jay have any advantages from the last roll?
one. I had one.
Well, it should be better because they're not undercover now.
Right. Can I just
You have a
roll
threat?
it
Yeah.
instead of actually throwing it?
Bowling for the Stormtroopers.
So I have a little bit more control?
Like a
Sure.
bowling ball?
Yeah.
I'll give you 2 boost dice for that.
All right. So then I have 2 yellow and a green, and then the 2 boost dice, or 3 boost dice.
Yeah.
3 boost dice.
One from Jay, 2 from you.
All right.
For
All
rolling.
right.
Okay. And we end up with 2 total successes, 3 advantages. 2 successes, 3 advantages.
Excellent.
Boom.
So whatever the stun grenade does, I increase the damage by 1. Powerful blast.
What that ends up with is the 4 stormtroopers forming the choke point nearest the elevator. They are stunned taken down. They're not dead, but they're not going to be firing back on you at this time.
All right. So they're at the choke point. So in a maneuver, can I make it to that choke point?
Yep, you can take
Right.
their position.
That's what I'll do with my maneuver to clear some of the elevator.
Okay.
Isn't it their turn next?
Yes, it is. Now, 4 guys don't have the opportunity to fire. Our heroic grenade thrower moves out into the smoke, and let's cut outside into space.
All right. Okay.
All right. So the X-wing has just come over, right? And the Y-wings were following, and your sensors were telling you that TIE interceptors were going to be making their way out of this newly revealed hangar. When last we left, you were moving at speed 2. Okay. The interceptors, when they make their launch, are very likely, to be coming out at high speed.
Okay. We could try to bomb the hangar, the bottom one as well, so that there's no.
Yeah, you gotta.
can leave.
That's gotta. What's more speed? I don't have to use it.
I can't hear you.
Gats, proton it.
Okay. Are we near it?
You've just crested. You can see it there. If I can
Okay.
actually point
So
out,
we
you've just
can't
crested this.
So we can't actually see it. I see.
Right. It's it's beneath you.
Right. You got to get us there first, man.
Alright, so I will wait, I don't want to do that. That would be dumb. Just a second. I gotta look up the maneuver. I'll be right there.
Okay, so let's cut to the X-wing.
Yeah, I've got to fly. I'll be back.
I will. I'm going at speed 2, and the TIE interceptors are coming at full speed, which would be 6. Is that correct?
Likely not full speed, but high speed.
I'm going to adjust my speed to combat speed, which isn't combat speed.
For a lot of maneuvers, you need a speed of 3 or better to pull them off.
Yeah.
Or if you want to gain the advantage once you've closed, so you can increase or decrease speed by 1 with a normal maneuver.
I will. My speed is 2. I will increase it to 3 to engage the nearest group of TIE interceptors.
All right then.
Wait, who's your wingman?
My wingman his name is.
Ed. That's what his name is.
No, he's Nova 2.
Nova 2.
And hopefully Nova 2 is staying on my wing.
That's right, on your tail. Now you'll have the opportunity to come down over the asteroid, and if you play your cards right, you'll be able to get in behind the interceptors as they launch. This is a very narrow window. If they launch at speed 4, 5, or 6, it will be quite hard for you to maintain this advantageous position.
Do I have to make a piloting check for that?
That is correct, sir.
That is correct. Well, then I will do that. And my dice pool, I would have 1 green and 3 yellow.
Nice. 1 skill, 3 proficiency. Okay. And your speed, your silhouette.
My silhouette is 3. My speed is 3.
Okay. So that gives us a 3-die pool for difficulty upgraded twice for the speed.
I will use a force die.
Destiny pool, okay.
A destiny pool, yeah. I guess
So now I've got 1 more black back in the pool.
Yep.
You're going to downgrade one of those difficulties.
Absolutely.
All right, so that leaves you with 2 difficulty dice, 1 challenge die, and let's roll it, see what happens. 3 failures, 3 successes, 2 blanks, and 1 triumph.
Triumphs.
So that gives you a total of 1 success and a triumph. You are definitely in position behind the first wing, so pair of interceptors as they make their way out at speed 4.
Can I take a shot?
You have used your maneuver to maneuver. That leaves you with 1 attack, unless you'd like
Good.
to give up your
No,
attack for a maneuver.
No, I would definitely like to take advantage of being in this spot because I believe that more TIE fighters will be coming out behind me.
Correct.
So I will take care of at least the front row, and hopefully I have some backup from my wingman. So my attack pool is the same as my piloting pool, which is 3 yellows and 1 green.
Okay. And your silhouettes are the same, and
3 and 3.
okay. And you've managed to, for this moment at least, be in close range. Due to the speed differential, they'll be able to get out of that range in the subsequent turn, but for right now, you've got them and can fire upon them with just a difficulty of 2. Okay.
Good.
Now, they have their shields, their defense, which...
They have armor too. Yeah, they have 0.
They have an armor of 2.
All right, good. So your roll to hit winds up with 2 failures, 1 success, 3 advantage, and a triumph.
Oh, triumph again.
A triumph has a variety of effects it could be used for at this time. You have enough advantages to start activating the link quality of your starfighter weapons. Okay.
All right.
Did you actually hit, though?
Yes,
Yeah, I thought I did hit.
Yes.
All right. Then I will activate the linked effect.
All right, then. The first interceptor vanishes in a cloud of smoke.
Good.
Okay. Your wingman opens up, if you like.
He can take a shot at the other one.
Okay.
I don't know what his dice pool is. I don't think he's as good as me.
I've got it.
All right.
2 successes, 3 threats.
Not bad.
No advantages. He tags him with 1 blaster cannon and puts himself in a very disadvantageous position as another wing of interceptors come out behind you, and both of them seem to be zeroing in on his tail.
Okay.
We should try to blast that hangar.
Yep.
Yeah.
All the Y-Wings should do that.
Jay, let's move in together and we'll...
You want to fly with me?
Or we're together, right? We're both the Y-Wings. We were similar. No, see, you're following me because I'm Nova Leader. So.
All right, Nova Leader.
All right, let's move in. So, I guess we have to make that same check.
That is correct.
If Nova Leader succeeds, can I just follow his fate where I don't actually have to make the check?
Well, that would be my wingman that's doing that.
Yeah. Okay. Never mind.
All right, now you'll have to at least meet or exceed speed 3. in order to pull this off.
All right. I will increase to speed 3 and try and make that. So I was going speed 2, so I'm not that slow. And I have 3 proficiency dice and 1, I guess, skill dice. So 3 yellow, 1 green. And I have skilled jockey, which removes 2 setback dice if there is any setbacks.
All right. So, Nova leader moving into position, winding up with, that's a very interesting roll that deserves to get on camera if I can get it there.
Ooh, despair.
Fuck.
No, Nova Leader!
No.
I will avenge you, and also your gun.
Are there successes in there too?
There are 3 successes. Okay. There's a triumph and a despair and a failure. So the
failure goes away.
The success and the failure are canceled. There's nothing to take away the triumphs, but the failure on the from the despair, it goes away, leaving you with an advantage. So you wind up with despair, triumph, 2 successes.
All right. So I made it.
And 1 advantage. 2 advantage.
And your engine's on fire for no reason.
So can my gunner use missiles on the bay in this position?
Let's take the despair to be in a bad head-to-head situation with launching interceptors, turning the tide of the battle.
So did I just crash into an interceptor?
No.
Hey, you have shields.
How would you like to spend your triumph? Triumph in the midst of despair.
In the midst of despair, I triumphantly managed to, oddly enough, be in perfect lined up for my missiles to hit the bay.
If only those interceptors weren't in the way.
Yes.
Okay.
So.
All
right.
Oh, so the interceptors are in the way of the door. I see.
Yeah, they're launching.
All right.
They're coming right at you.
So I will use my turn of battle that's me jumping into that position causes confusion and maybe causing them to hit each other or something like that. I don't know. They have to make evasive maneuvers.
They have to make an evasive maneuver. They have to make an evasive maneuver.
Yeah.
All right, then.
Laura has 360 gunner, right? Could she shoot from behind at a TIE interceptor?
Yes.
Yeah,
or she can shoot from the front. Yep.
Needs to close that hangar. So don't worry about interceptors. We'll clean those up on our way.
Oh, well, but Laura might as well take a shot as I'm flying. So.
Yeah.
All right, let's do it.
You can hit the hangar. That's
perfect. You also have 2 advantages. Did you want to deal with your personal strain or?
No, we're good. We haven't taken a. Our ship is fine. We're all fine.
You want to pass? We're all fine here.
I'll pass them off.
All right.
So I need 2 green and 2 yellow, please.
2 green, 2 yellow, 2 boost. Okay.
Yes. It's a lot of 2s.
Okay. And not much difficulty, not much defense. All right. 0 being not much. Okay. You wind up with, well, that's quite nice. Not killer, but nice. Can you see them?
Yep. Oh, lots of success.
Okay.
Yep. So we've got 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 success. 1 failure, so 5 success. And no threats, no advantages. Or 1 advantage, sorry. No threats, 1 advantage. 5 successes.
Cool.
Cool.
So you're firing the ion cannon.
Correct.
Okay.
Damage 5.
5.
Yeah. So that's 5 plus 5 takes the interceptor's strain ship strain threshold to 0. And in a nimbus of blue and crackling lightning, it goes screaming off out of control. Pilot cannot control its maneuvers, which could definitely be a problem. Okay. And you have one advantage.
Pass
Pass
it
it on.
to Jay.
Whoever's next.
Okay. So you're heading right into them just to keep things nice and clear. They'll be firing back at you.
And I'll switch, since you're behind me, Anthony, is that correct?
Correct?
I'll switch to double with my maneuver. I'll switch, or incidental, change to double back.
Double rear. Okay. Incidentally, you could use the advantage to be set back for them.
Are they firing now?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Yeah, sure.
let's do that.
Yes? Okay.
Sorry, Jay.
No, that's okay. Don't get shot down.
Okay. Their shot comes in. 1 success, 2 failures. 1 advantage, 2 threats. They miss you clean.
So that means they get there was 2 threats, so there was 1 threat?
Actually, there were 3 threats. Yeah, so they've got 2 threats on to apply.
On them. So can I move those as if they were advantages to Jay?
You can spend them against them, yes. Applying strain or...
Oh, okay. I'll apply strain then.
All right. So because of the ionized ship from your gunner's attack, the second ship has to peel way out of its way in order to keep a beat on you, fires and misses, and they're trying to avoid each other as Nova 6, Jay?
5.
Nova 5. So as Nova 5 comes down into position. Now, 1 interceptor has been destroyed. 4 interceptors have been launched. More interceptors are making their way out of the bay in pairs. So as Nova Leader went down over the front of the hangar, basically 2 interceptors have coiled around him and his wingman.
Over leader,
Which is you. Okay.
this guy. We're going to go after that hangar.
What?
I need to get that hangar closed. Like, keep launching. It would just be an unending fight. It'd be easier if we close the hangar and move back. You can stay alive. I said we should go after the hangar.
Okay, so you're going to...
If we close the hangar, we can come back and clean up. But, like, close the hangar, launching fight. At the very least, hopefully, but Paul?
All right, so you need to get in position. What speed are you going to be going?
I just increased speed to 3 to
3.
With Nova Leader.
Okay.
My piloting is 4, but it's 2 and 2. 2
2 and 2.
proficiency, 2 green.
Got it? Okay. So you need to get in position so that your gunner can fire off the proton torpedoes. All right. After everything is canceled, you have 2 successes and 1 threat. Okay. The threat is, of course, more interceptors being launched all the time, and they will be in a pretty prime close-range position to fire on you as you are making your run.
Instead of my attack, I would like to increase my angle my collector skills to the front, and then go head in to the hangar.
You're going to go into the hangar?
Not into the hangar, but like pretty much like flash hangar with my skills angled towards the front.
Yes. Okay. So you're angling the vector. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah. All right, guys. 1 shot.
What did he say?
1 shot, cats. 1 shot.
Well, I guess I'm shooting a proton torpedo towards the hangar.
All right, then. Guttery?
I have Let's see. Gunnery. 3 yellow, 1 green
Yes.
is my gunnery, and let me just see if there's anything I can do. Nope, that's it.
Okay.
Yep.
I'm going to spend a dark side point to increase the difficulty of the shot. And of course, there are base defenses as you have encountered before, right? Or there are screens.
Oh my god.
You're gonna die.
Why? Why is it always on my roll?
You're gonna die.
We're all afraid of you. You're going to like this. Just let me line it up for effect.
5 despairs.
Ooh, nice.
Wait, seriously?
2 triumph, 3
2
failures,
triumphs.
2 successes. No cumulative threats or advantage.
Well,
So after
I
everything's
can't-
cleared, right, one of the triumphs loses its associated success. One doesn't, so you have 1 success, 2 triumphs.
Okay. Well, I guess that hangar bay's blown to hell. So
That hangar bay will not be launching any more interceptors your way. Let's cut back inside. The commandos have
wait.
moved
Can I
forward.
use 1 triumph?
To do what?
To help the
Yeah.
somehow help the ground troops that we have on the base.
That'd be awesome.
Ah.
That would be cool.
It'd be awesome.
Oh, maybe it disables like security systems or something.
Good idea. Okay, so let's cut back inside. The ground troops have made their way out of the elevator. They've come to the first intersection. Okay, here's a splitting point where they could go left or they could go right, one to a stairwell, one to another elevator, which would take them down 1 more level that's not accessible by that main elevator to where the scientists are supposed to be for the extraction.
Right.
Okay?
I say we take this. I think we should take the stairs.
Yeah.
I don't like elevators.
Wow.
All right.
Okay?
I just ate a really big lunch.
As you make it to the intersection, the base rocks, the lights flicker, and go out, going down to the low power level.
Ooh, excellent. We're all so much stealthier now.
Hey, thanks, Random Triumph.
So let's quickly move to this stairwell. The 2 commandos should take point. So Laura and Lawrence.
We will of course be stealthing down there.
Yeah.
Okay. So the stealth pool,
Well, yeah, I think we're all the same. So it would be 3 proficiency die,
3 proficiency.
and then
11.
we'd all
Four
get
boost.
4
boost die.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Then I'm going to waive that.
Shadow. Yeah.
Okay. You are very familiar with Imperial tactics. We'll do this as a passive roll. And under cover of darkness and smoke, you're able to time your advancement to the stairwell to fall in behind the Stormtroopers as they flood into that main corridor behind you, entering the staircase, moving down to the level that your objective is on. Once you reach there, as you were expecting, there is an access door that needs to be sliced open or blown open. At this point, it's not like people don't know you're here.
What's cooking?
Slice it.
Well, let's
Slice
try
it.
the slice because that'll keep us in stealth, and then if it doesn't work, we'll blow it up. So,
Right on. I don't recall your pool.
that's great. It is 1 green, 2 yellow.
1 green, 2 yellow. Okay. This is an interior facility. The difficulty is now moved up to formidable.
As he does this, I would like to position myself and 4 of the minions towards our backs, just making sure that no one tries to sneak up behind.
All right.
Good
I'm
plan.
going to invoke
Nope.
another.
No,
You get to invoke it first
the
if
L.
you like. It's your prerogative.
I wanted the light side. I was already doing the L.
Okay. It's going, and I'm getting 1 back into the pool.
Sorry,
And
guys. I keep
your
using
pool
our.
becomes 3 per
Oh, it's
person.
okay.
You got a lot of them. Don't worry about it. Spend them, spend them, spend them.
Okay.
I want to spend some.
Did you happen to give me any setback die?
We were just getting there.
Okay.
The biggest setback is, of course, that there is trouble with the power.
Okay. Take one.
Take one away.
Yeah,
I have
take one away.
bypass security, so
Curse
take
you.
one away.
Okay, it's away.
Okay.
Whoa. We have
I don't
4
see what you
successes,
Oh.
6 failures,
Ah!
2 threats.
like-
Unfair phrasing.
Wow.
To the left a bit.
Wow. Wow. All right. Well,
So-
it looks like we're going to have to blow it up.
The doors were closed. Now the blast door is down.
Oh,
Thanks.
So
You can try
I guess
and blow it up. You can try to fight your way to the other access point.
All right, let's put charges in.
Yeah, let's blow this. Let's blow it up.
Blow it.
All right.
All right.
Do we have charges, or is this like a grenade thing?
You got them. You have them.
Yeah.
Cool. So charges are in place. Cover your
Okay,
eyes,
so-
ears, and vital.
So
Your-
we will move
your
away before
squad.
the blast.
Yes.
Your squad
take cover.
moves up. This is one of the things that they were trained to handle. They move up and need to make this happen. Okay. Oof. Okay. After taking everything away, they're left with despair, 1 success, and 2 threats.
Ooh.
oh.
The doors open, but also lose their hands. Doors open. Oh my God! Johnson lost his arm. Johnson, no.
Okay,
Let's cover
so
the door when it opens. But
they get the door open. Part of the despair is that the passage in is narrower than you had hoped, meaning your rate of travel into the room and out of the room will be slower than you like. Also, on the far side of what now looks like to be a giant lab where they're experimenting on the that's basically something that looks like a giant laser. You see that the scientists are being ushered out of the room by stormtroopers.
Hell no.
Stun grenade.
Okay.
all right.
Now this puts the range, because this is such a large facility, at medium. Meaning if you want to close with them, you will have to work hard.
All right. Laura.
You want us to roll?
Far. Toss me one.
Yeah. So you have stun grenade. So throw one.
Oh, I'm going to throw a stun grenade then.
We leave 2 minions at the door.
I can't hear you, Jay.
I was suggesting that we leave 2 minions at the door. If we leave 2
Got it.
minions at the door, what will end up happening is they'll cover our escape because we just have to keep covering our escape.
All right. So
Do you wanna
a
roll for
strong
initiative?
armed soldier. You have the initiative.
Oh, okay.
All right. So Laura can use.
Yeah, I can use strong arm, so I can hit the distance.
Right. Okay. So your pool for lobbing the grenade.
Range light, Laura.
Oh, okay. So it's 3 yellow.
Nice. Okay. Okay. And okay. 1, 2, 3 successes, 2 failures, 1 success and 1 triumph.
Oh, nice.
Wow.
Awesome.
You hit a scientist in the head.
Okay. So not 1 triumph, 1 advantage. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
Didn't mean to get y'all
I was
excited for
getting
nothing.
so excited thinking about what I could do.
All right. So the stun grenade makes it bounces into the longer range bracket, detonates, and the stormtroopers at the back slump down, stunned by the grenade. The scientists who maybe don't want to go with them scatter along the far wall. Right? Now, one of the scientists was lightly stunned. He's kind of staggering around.
Hmm.
How many more stormtroopers were at the front?
There was 4 at the front, and they are pulling 2 of the scientists out of the room.
Okay, so
I'll go next.
Or Paul could close the doors on them.
Hopefully.
I'll go next. I'll take both. I'll move twice to reach them.
Okay. So you close from medium to short. Okay. Next. Slicer?
Is there a panel nearby that I can reach to try to shut down the doors in this room?
Absolutely.
Good, then I will do that.
Okay.
And
The difficulty is still absurdly high, as you would expect. Is there anything in particular that you can do to make that easier on yourself?
I can remove a setback die if you've given me any. I'm going to steal one more light side point, because that's what I do.
that's fine.
And by my count, it should be 4 and 4 now. We have 4 light side versus 4 dark side, so we're still pretty good on those.
Yep.
And so I will spend that light side. I can't really think of any other skills.
Did you take Master Slicer?
I didn't get there. And it's not in that tree. You're thinking of the droid slicer or whatever.
Right. Okay.
Oh, it's a different tree.
1, 2, 3, 4 failures.
Wow. God.
4 threats. 2 advantage. 1 success, 1 triumph. So at the end of the day, you are left with 2 threats and a triumph.
All right.
You can close the door.
Well then, what's that?
You can close the door, but it can be a slightly threatening door close.
Like
Does it creak when it closes?
Like really loud? Boom. Whoa. Okay.
You believe that other doors may have closed elsewhere in the facility.
Okay.
Okay.
For my move, I'll do the same thing that Larry did. I'll take 2 actions, my maneuver and my action to be with Larry.
Okay. So you move up into the middle ground. You'll be able to take on the stormtroopers at a reasonable range. And troopers turn to fire. You've got lots of cover. Missing. Because, as we all know, according to the Kenobi accuracy report, nobody is as precise as a stormtrooper. And missing.
Excellent.
Nice.
I'll attack.
If you like. Right.
To order the minions to play.
Right. So the squad needs to usher the scientists out of the room, right? Of course, the scientists need to be aware that you're here for them in the good way, not the bad way.
So
Somebody needs to make contact with the scientists, encourage them to leave with you.
I yell, come with us if you want to live.
Couldn't ask for better than that. Okay. Okay.
And then I'll attack the stormtrooper.
Attack them, yes, because we now are in the next turn.
But that's
Okay.
number. Oh, that's
Smoke is adding 2 setback dice, that's it.
Oh, I should have brought smoke.
So my light ranged is 2 yellow, 1 green.
Yep.
And that's it.
Okay. And triumph, success versus 2 threats and a failure. So a triumph and 1 additional success with 2 threats. Okay, I'm going to spend those 2 threats to add strain. You hit them, yeah.
Okay. Okay. So I will, with the triumph, I'll activate a crit if he's still up.
All right.
I did 6 damage to him altogether.
That's right. So he goes down regardless.
Oh, okay.
And we can use the triumph maybe for more environmental effects to your favor. There's lots of stuff in the lab to blow up.
Oh yeah, because there's lots of medical equipment. Maybe something blows up.
Sure. Something blows up to our advantage.
Okay. So a big screen of fire comes up, cutting you off from some of the Stormtroopers on the other side. Scientists are, like I mentioned earlier, we're scattering along the side. They hear, "Come with us if you want to live," and they're curling around, dodging through all the equipment, calling to each other. The stunned guy who's closest to the 2 of you in the middle is just kind of ambling around. Looks like he's going to pass out any second now. He needs rescue. And we cut back outside to the starfighters. Okay. Now, we've got 1 interceptor, then the 2 X-Wings. Then Nova Leader was arcing in toward the hangar as Nova 5 came down over the top to launch his attack into the base of the door for the hangar. And there were 4 other interceptors outside. All messed up, their formation all messed up, and trying to reorient themselves. If you're not going to get them now, you're not going to get them.
All right. So.
Okay. So in terms of initiative, it's X-Wings, Interceptors, Nova Leader, Interceptors, Nova 5, Interceptor.
All right.
All right. Then there is an X-Wing, or there is a interceptor in front of me, correct?
Correct.
I'm going to take a shot at him.
Okay. Now for for its maneuver, when it comes around, it's traveling faster than you are, so the range has opened up to short. Okay.
Can I? Okay, that's fine. I guess. I will still take a shot at it.
Okay, now the blaster cannons on your X-Wing are heavy blaster cannons, if I recall correctly.
Yeah.
Meaning they have a range.
Close range.
They're close range. Yeah. Now the TIE Interceptor is in a similar situation, but they have opened up that range.
Okay.
So we have to close first.
All right. Well, then I will increase my speed to 4.
It takes 1 maneuver to close from between short and close.
Okay. So I'm using my. So increasing my speed doesn't close that distance?
Not this turn.
Then I cannot close distance, is what you're telling me.
Unless you use both maneuvers.
I'm gonna shoot it with a proton torpedo instead.
Okay.
A guided proton torpedo, which has a short range.
That's correct. Not a little bit of overkill, but okay.
I don't want this thing to get away. We have them on the run. And if they group back together and swarm, they're a lot more dangerous.
Okay.
Plus, I have one behind me, so I don't want to use both my maneuvers. So,
Smart thinking. Take them out.
it's still going to be gunnery. It's still a gunnery check, I believe.
Yep.
Then that is a green and 3 yellow.
All right. And your speed is still 3?
My speed is 3.
Okay. Triumph. 3 successes, 2 failures, 1 threat, 2 advantage. No, 3 advantage. So
that TIE interceptor is now just antimatter, basically.
just a happy memory.
All right. Good. Haha. And I still have interceptors behind me, and I have a maneuver, correct?
That is correct.
I would like to increase my speed to 4. And if this is my as an incidental, I would also like to switch my shields to double back.
Okay, got it. Okay, so it fires on. I'm going to use a dark side destiny point to upgrade its ability. He gets 2 successes and 2 threats, and that's it. He hits, doesn't have the opportunity to activate its link, so after your armor, you take, before your armor, you take 4.
Okay.
You okay, Paul?
Yeah, I'm okay.
All right.
Jay,
But get him.
You got 1, but it's the one behind you got you. So there's 3 left, right?
Yeah, so it had used its maneuver to close the distance. I didn't explain that earlier.
Okay.
So what's near? Is it my turn?
There's one more similar shot, but not upgraded on your wingman. And 2 failures, 1 success. Okay, so your wingman is similarly hit.
Okay.
Okay. This brings us to Nova Leader.
All right. So where's the Y-wing near me?
Well, basically you're facing off against 3 interceptors. They're not in formation. They're not working with each other, but they are all attacking.
Okay. So
They're moving at speed 4.
Speed 4, and I'm at speed 3. So I have to close, right?
Meaning they're closing with you. You can't extend the range on them.
Oh, okay. So can I can shoot, right? And Laura
Absolutely.
can shoot.
Yes.
All right. So I'll take my shot and then I'll let Laura do her thing. So so my gunnery is 2 yellow and 2 green.
Yellow, 2 green. Okay. Okay. They are closing the range to short, so you don't have to worry about, or too close, so you don't have to worry about that. So you are able to fire at them. And triumph, success, and 1 threat. So take a strain, and you've got 2 successes.
Right.
How would you
I
like
take
to
a strain, or my ship takes a strain?
Your ship takes a strain.
Okay. All right. And we got a triumph out of that as well.
Yeah, try it.
All right. So I'll use the triumph to. I'm just trying to think, sway the battle, or actually, what can I do? There's three ships.
You could cause critical damage if you like.
Yeah,
They're
I'll
at
cause
3.
critical. Yeah, I'll cause critical damage
Okay.
because my damage is only what is 5, so 6. Sorry.
Okay.
So I'll crit.
Right.
And then with my maneuver, I'll switch shields to forward and aft.
Right. So you get a 99 for your crit roll.
Sweet.
Engine damaged, reducing its maximum speed by 1.
Okay. So it's now 5, I think.
It's now 5. It's still an interceptor, my friend.
It's still faster than my little boat.
So you did 6 damage to it, actually.
Yep.
Ah, well, meaning I rolled that for nothing.
It's
Yeah.
blown up anyways.
Yes.
Oh.
Sorry. Losing
Oh,
focus.
but
Okay, so
it's got two armor, doesn't it?
2 armor. Right, yeah, that's why. Okay, so I'm not
So
as
it's
dumb
got-
as I thought. All right, so maximum speed reduced and damage, only 2 remaining.
All right. Take out one of the other ones.
Okay. So I'm 2 green, 2 yellow.
Okay. All right. And we have Triumph. 2 advantages, 1 failure, 1 success. So those cancel, leaving you with Triumph with 2 advantages.
And there's a success with the triumph.
Right, and this is a linked ion cannon, meaning you can double up. Which will
Double
take this. This will
It'll
ionize.
take it out. It'll ionize it.
Okay.
Okay. And it goes spinning off into the asteroid field, where
Nice.
it probably won't have the best of luck. Good shooting. Good shooting, Nova Leader.
No problem. I was going to say, don't get cocky, but it's me.
Nova 5.
Telling yourself.
Let's do this.
So I gotta lean over and turn around. I imagine that would be way better at a lower speed, right?
Yes.
So
You can drop speed by 1.
I have an emergency brake. Or no?
What are you going to do? Pull the
You can
top
decelerate
gun
more by taking strain for every 1 higher than 1.
Or not. All right, yeah, I'm just turning around, so I feel like I can just drop to that pretty much.
Okay. I didn't really hear that. We're going to cut back inside to the commandos. Again, you have gathered up the scientists and have to make your fighting withdrawal. Right? Up the stairs or up the elevator. Which would you prefer?
I like
Elevator will
stairs.
take you back to the 2nd floor.
Stairs.
Stairs are healthier.
Okay.
Actually, wait, yes, stairs.
Gotcha. I heard you that time.
Yay.
At the top of the stairs, there's every indication that there's a cluster of stormtroopers waiting for you.
Grenades!
All
Are
right.
we out yet? Are we out of grenades?
No, I have 2 frag grenades still. So
Not out of grenades.
Are there any
While the slicer was in the system, he did learn that there are ventilation shafts running the length of the asteroid, which go from hangars the hangars on either end of the installation. This is another access point out, and it's accessible via the stairs. This would take you to a hangar, however.
When I was slicing the system, I found a ventilation shaft that goes the length of the asteroid field to the hangars. FYI.
Could we move the scientists through it?
Yes, it's not as fast as just getting back to your original shuttle. It would mean stealing something else to get away in.
I never liked that shuttle anyway. And
or the pilot we left in it, or the 2 soldiers we left by it. Whatever.
Did not like any of those people. Actually, no.
Wait, can any of us pilot?
Nope.
No. We're soldiers.
So.
Wait, just call the pilot and tell him to meet us there. Just tell him to abandon ship and meet us there. He can round up the 2 that we left. Wait,
Totally true. All of it's true. Or he can pilot to the hangar.
Yeah, so tell the pilot to meet us. We're going to take a detour.
All right. So let's go into the
Also, tell the
ventilation shaft.
That door there.
The only working hangar is this one.
Oh.
Oh.
Right? Meaning the ventilation shaft is going to take you down.
Awesome.
Okay.
Okay. All right. And so,
Wait,
ladies and gentlemen,
I've got a bad feeling about this.
you should. And the curtain will close on this installment of Age of Rebellion. Thank you very much for your time and violence.
All right, thanks.
Thank you.
All right, thanks.
Yeah.
All right, so I think, Laura, you just have to hit stop.